Well, welcome everybody. I kind of had to start that thing twice because I forgot to push the live broadcast. So it's like,
Noticed that.
yeah, dummy, you got to push this live show. You got to do the live show. So
Hey, you said the dummy part, not me.
yeah, exactly. But I figured you'd probably agree with me anyway. So, or we know somebody in your family that would, or a couple people anyway.
Yeah,
But
I think there's probably a
so
few people that probably agree.
yeah, well, welcome to our 2-hour special. And I put the name up above so I can see it, the Lost Limbs Foundation Radio Network. So I've got that figured out now. It's up there on the screen where I can see it easier so I don't forget it. But
Yeah,
it's got this long name.
yeah. We could just say LLF Radio. I don't know.
Yeah, we're here. So
Yeah, we're here,
it.
guys. That's the main thing.
So, yep, looking forward tonight. And with a couple guests coming in, the 2-hour special. So, we've never done this one, with that long.
Yeah, this is. I mean, of course, when we kind of did like the testing and stuff, like we managed to get some extra time in there with it. But yeah, we're 2 hours is it's a little bit longer, so we'll be good.
Your mom says she's watching us while she's traveling. Hopefully, she's going south. So, and not coming towards the north, because that means she's getting closer to you.
I think they're heading home, I believe. Yeah, I think they're heading home. So, yeah. So, anything new going on with you?
Nope. I just was out at Ashmore over the weekend, did some stuff out there, and did some work on some things out there, and that was about it. Not a lot going on out there. It's just it's starting to get that crazy time of year though, when things are really starting to pick up.
Yes, indeed. It's it's that fall season coming around and Halloween and the busy time coming around soon.
Yeah, it won't be long. Yeah, in fact, I booked a couple of investigations today just, for the rest of the year. So it's kind of crazy. I can't believe how it's still going on, and we're out of, we still got days during the week, things like that, but it gets full all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same here. It's crazy because I think Crystal said there was like one Saturday open for the rest of this year here at the Rhodes Hotel.
The rest of the year?
For the rest of, I think she said that there's only one Saturday it's left open for the rest of the year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, we're busy. Yeah, yep.
And, that's a lot busier than I thought.
It is, yeah. It's and then we occasionally we've been getting like those Friday nights and Sunday nights and a few of those during the week here and there, but there's still a lot of openings left for Fridays and Sundays if people want them.
Oh yeah, yep. You got a few people kind of pop through the chat there, and also, Gina, you're going to see Patsy this weekend. Keep her entertained for me, will you please? So. So I don't have to have her harassing me, but yep.
But, I keep forgetting to open up the comments on the side there. It's like it says it's got the private chat thing, and then like I keep forgetting to look over there, and then eventually I remember it, and I'm like, oh yeah, we've got comments.
And Sarah said she's actually going to Ashmore this Saturday, so have fun out there. That should be a good time. And yep. And Philip Booth. Yeah, in fact, Philip, I was just thinking about you and your brother today. We need to get you guys on sometime. And, I know you guys have been busy with the film, so I haven't bothered to contact you to talk to you or anything. I know you're busy with getting a new one going.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Everybody tuning in. Thanks for checking in. I mean, there's quite a few people in here, a lot of messages. I see Crystal said December 18th is the only Saturday left. So I was correct that. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Waverly a couple weeks ago, and we knew that they canceled the haunted house, and some of their old longtime tour guides are gone, and knew that, and they've actually opened a few spots, I guess, up for the rest of the year. So, it'll be interesting to see what goes on down there with change. Always a change of management always makes things, sometimes better, sometimes worse. So just have to kind of see what goes on.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, have you already started booking into next year so far?
Yeah, actually I have. And in fact, I even worked on all my my public investigations today, got that started and everything. And everything's going on that. So yeah, it's stepping up quite a bit, and it's getting crazy. We've already started booking up a bunch of it. And
Yep.
but yeah, Crystal's working out that Crystal knows that once you get everything taken care of there, then she gets all those fees paid back. I'm gone. So she's busting her butt trying to book people. She's probably making them deals. It's like, please book.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's been going well. It's crazy how much it's picked up. I mean, it seems like the second half of the year, it's really picked up a lot here. We've gotten a lot busier. There's a lot more people booking and stuff, which is good. It's awesome that people are booking because, I mean, it's helping us do work that needs to be done here. It's helping out the charity, the big thing, I mean, it's helping us do what we're doing, and we're looking for another kid to help in the process of seeing who we can help next. So, and it's every time people come in here, when people come in and to the hotel, I always tell people that the next kid you see that we say that we're helping, you guys are a part of that. So, it's always a big thing to tell everyone that we appreciate them booking the place and hopefully having a good time and get to investigate, and you're helping a good cause.
Yep, that's what I've always said. In fact, Sherry Broach sent me that, and you can see a lot of teaspoons fill the bathtub, and for every dollar that comes in, it helps. I mean, they add up. It takes a while sometimes, but yeah, they do make a difference, and that does help. So,
without a doubt,
Jay Lynch, you're the only sexy beast I know of, Jay. I mean, so he's out there. And, Crystal's like she's an afterthought. You're going to talk to your mom and dad about that. I don't know what's going on with that. So, so you'll have to talk to your mom and dad about that situation. I'm not sure, what that thing is all about.
Man, we're getting all kinds of messages coming in. That's good. Yeah, I noticed there's there's something with my camera. There's an issue. I don't know what's going on. I tried to clean it off, but I think it's maybe the pixels or something. It's kind of all weird. I'll try to get that fixed before next week. That way you don't see like a dot between my eyes every week.
He's got camera orbs.
Camera orbs.
So we're if you're wondering why we're just sitting here rambling on and all, we're actually kind of waiting for Chad. We were just like thought he might be here right now, but he's not. So we're still waiting for Chad. I've sent him a message and all. He knows about it and everything, so he should be on here anytime. If Chad sometimes doesn't run really super quick on time. So he should be along anytime, I think. And,
I'm sure we'll get him in here soon. So we can entertain for the time being until he gets in here. Yeah, we can do it. So like speaking of like, what's that?
Charles was asking about the ghost hunters coming to Ashmore. If you're talking about the guys on TV, I have no idea. I haven't talked to them. They've been there before. So I doubt they'll be back, but they've been revisiting some locations. It's a lot different than it was when they visited it before. So who knows? You never know. I've been contacted before about doing something here at the theater and at Ashmore, just like Mike has been at Rhodes. And it's all go. We want to do this. And then they never call you back. So you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. And like just since we have the time to kind of talk a little bit about some of the stuff, like we got some cool events that's going on that we're going to be going to. We got DeadCon that's coming up, which is of course we have the promoter for that show. That event's going to be here next week, right?
Right.
And then we've got Scarefest coming up that you're going to have the Mystery Machine at. That's October 22nd to 24th, I believe.
Yep, that weekend, and it's also going to be a DeadCon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It'll be a DeadCon too, the 15th to 17th of October, and then again in Grand Rapids, Comic-Con in November.
Yep, and then I'll actually be up at Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin, and over the last weekend of October. I'll be up there basically on Friday with the Kling brothers. So,
cool!
Kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Just going to hang out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. For a while. I haven't seen those guys in quite a while.
And Gina's asking about that. Nope, I will not have it there this weekend. It's kind of tough to get it in and out of there just with the way they shut the streets down. If you're not familiar with Atlanta, what they do, I mean, they come in basically on Friday night and shut down the town, and you can't get in or out, so you're stuck. So it's kind of a tough place to try to get the trailer parked, get the truck parked, get the van parked. So we did it one year, but it's just kind of trouble. So, but yeah, so we won't have it
didn't have
this
much
year.
room. Yeah, definitely didn't have much room to display it, I guess you could say.
And so, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. It's hiding here in Auburn. So it's out and around every once in a while. It's funny because I don't think I've ever done a local event in Auburn with it. Yeah. It's like I've done Chatham, which is like 7 miles, to the north of me. And I've done Taylorville, which is about 27 miles. I just did that a couple weeks ago. But I've never done anything local because every time that they want me to do something local, I've already booked someplace else. So it doesn't work. Springfield contacted me today about wanting to do something up there when they have their kids event coming up the 22nd or 23rd, that whatever that Saturday is of September or October, I mean. And it's like, nope, I'll be in Scarefest that weekend.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Every time I come over to see you in Auburn, like I luckily get to go see the Mystery Machine because we end up going places, because
sitting in the garage.
See it. Yeah, I get to actually see it and then take my little selfies with it every time.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Charles is that hearse still there?
Wow.
And I didn't realize they had their own hearse, but it'd be interesting to find out if that thing was still there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of different. I didn't realize that. And Jay said he's going to miss both those events in September, or October, whatever it is that we're going. I just kind of follow the calendar, and it's too bad. Yeah, those are good. Going to be fun ones.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to make it up there to DidCon, but obviously he's not. So
yeah.
So not sure where our guest is. So it wasn't like we just did one of those like rope-a-dope things where like, let's just string him in that Chad's going to be here, but we won't have him. But yeah, he's supposed to be here, and but nothing else will tell you that Chad's going to be. We hope so. He's going to be in Atlanta, Indiana this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We've got an investigation going on there Friday night at Rhodes Hotel. Tickets are $99, and there's still quite a few of them left on Friday night. So if you're looking at doing something Friday night at Rhodes Hotel in Atlanta, Indiana, that'd be the thing to do because I think there's like 6 tickets sold, and we're only doing 15, so it's going to be a small group anyway.
I think there's only a few left for Saturday night as well. I think Saturday's almost sold out. Yeah,
there's like 2 left, I think, for Saturday night.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't miss his flight.
Oh wow, he said that hearse is still in the garage. Wow. That would be kind of a fun thing to own if she's selling it. So if she was interested in selling it, that'd be cool. Now, okay, they displayed a sign out for the haunted house. I wonder if it's actually from Waverly Hills then, or if it's just one they brought in and just lettered for Waverly Hills. So
they do have one that they use out there to promote the haunted house. Like when I was there, they did have one that was out there that they used to promote and stuff. So I wonder if maybe that might be it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because when did it shut down?
What's that?
When did it shut down, Waverly Hills?
I'm so rusty on my history because it's been so many years that, believe it or not, I don't remember.
Yeah, Crystal, help him out there. And
it's pretty bad, isn't it? As much time as I spent there, it's like the old age, I guess. It's just like, I don't know, setting in.
I'm telling you, you got to wear a hat. It leaves your head a lot quicker. I was going to guess the 60s, and she said 62, and I was thinking 60s. Okay. So if that hearse is anything older or anything newer than a 62, then it was probably when they brought it just for the haunted house.
It's called age. I'm aging, unfortunately. and the mind tends to, I don't know, leave me at sometimes.
It's like Sean's asking about Emily coming on eating donuts. That's kind of a something that we did here. I think I've got that video too that I could actually show, but
Oh yeah,
so, but I'll save that for another night. Then I can cue it up there. But yeah, it was yeah. Sean, we shouldn't probably do that on the air, but Emily can come to my house anytime she wants, and I'll fix all the donuts that she wants. So no problem. Yeah, Tracy said 61. So 61, 62. So that hearse is probably, if it's after 60, then it's probably a prop for the haunted house.
I'm pretty, I don't know how, like, the year of the other one. I know it's older, but it's not quite that old, I don't think.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing one out there when I was out there, and I think it was a 70s to 80s type of hearse, which is,
Yeah.
I had two hearses at one time. One was like an 85 and the other was a 47. I still have that one, but the other one's gone.
I'm surprised you don't have one for each day of the week.
So nope, I figured you only need one time, so why have more?
That's a good point. It's a good point. So, yeah.
I got rid of the one, so I got the 47. I like that one better, but probably gonna sell that one too.
Yeah. And no lightning tonight. No, it's not so far. No. Yeah, no lightning so far, but I think there are storms. It's like not too far from here, but I don't think it might not have any lightning. I think it's just pretty much rain.
You haven't been to Ashmore, but you've been to Rhodes twice. I mean, I applaud you for being to Rhodes twice, but it was only like 2.5 hours south of Rhodes, so you need to get down that way.
Yeah. Yep. 2.5 hours to get from here to there.
Yep. And we have a lot of people that nowadays that are starting to do more like Friday, Saturday during the day, and then taking off on Sunday morning. Like they're doing 2 nights in the daytime. I mean, the daytime out there is really active. Anybody that's been out there will tell you that. I can see where the Rhodes is probably not as active. I think you've had some stuff going on there, but I can see where it's not as active during the day as something like the Poor Farmer Hospital would be.
We do have activity off and on. I've noticed at times, and I've even had some of the groups that have done daytime investigations here. They've they've gotten quite a few different things. So there's quite a bit of activity, but then there's those days doesn't seem like there's so much activity going on.
Yeah, Marie's pretty close. She's like 15 minutes from Rhodes. So that's pretty close. Yeah. I wish Ashmore was 15 minutes from me, but no, not the case. It's 2 hours. So like such as it is, but so we just keep going over and doing things and trying to get stuff accomplished as much as we can. Speaking
of Ashmore and the work and stuff, like I saw your post that you recently made. It's crazy to see how far the place has come along, because I remember the day that you took the place over, with the day you literally got the keys to Ashmore. And I remember I would have to get sideways in the hallway and move my crutches like this to get across down the hallway, because there was no room. I mean, there was just like a little small path that you could go through. That was it.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. I think most people that would have probably gone through there and said, nah, I'll just kind of pass on this. And I'm thinking, I guess what happened is when the theater was not too far from that, when I bought the theater, it looked pretty close to the same. In fact, when I bought the theater, I wouldn't let Norma come in for the first week. Wow. I told her when I bought it, I'm like, okay, you just need to stay out. Don't come in. You can't come in for the first week I own this. Once we bought it, and I said, you can come in after we get it, cleaned up a little bit. But we filled up a dumpster in the first hour or so that I owned the theater. We filled up a dumpster with stuff that was in it. So yeah, it was a big job here too. So I think with Ashmore, what I started doing, I just looked past the garbage, that was there, because that's the easy part, is getting rid of all the clutter. And that's what everybody looks at these places, and they see all this junk laying around. Well, that's the easiest stuff to get rid of. You got to look at the electrical and the roof and the windows and all that stuff, which Ashmore didn't have. So So it's you had to look past the you just get free, the junk can get cleaned up, and there's a lot of people in this chat that were out there, and if I start naming names, I'll forget people, then they get mad at me, so I can't. But they knew who they were. If they were out there, and we had a ton of help. The paranormal community came out, helped us a bunch out there, or I would never got it done. And so that made a big difference, made life a lot easier for us going out and cleaning it up, because I think probably at least the first year I owned it, if not two, it was every Friday and Saturday and Sunday out there working on stuff.
Wow. So, yeah, I still remember, like, even the one window there at the end of the hallway, like, we're just chucking stuff out the window, big piles and stuff to have it taken off and stuff. It's crazy to see how much difference it's made, like, over the years. Yeah.
Gina said something about can't imagine me. Gina mentioned something about selling it. I think there comes a time that you have to look back. You have to start looking at everything and say, it's time to let things go or do something. I'm not saying I'm going to sell it this year. I'm not going to say I'm going to sell it next year, but it's something that I got to look at down the road, and to consider and think about doing. So we've still got some improvements to do. In fact, I was sitting there talking to Ashley the other day, and we were sitting out there and we were talking about if I was going to sell it, not going to sell it, whatever I was going to do. And then the next thing I know, she's like, "Yeah, and you're already talking about doing another project out here." I'm like, yeah. I said, but you just keep on going, and if you end up selling it, you sell it, and and you go from there. But I would, and I told Vince years ago when he wrote the book out there that if I ever did sell it, it's not going to be a matter of selling to the person with the most money. It's going to be selling to somebody that wants it, and wants it for the same reason that I did, because it's not so much the money with me as much as making sure I get the right person out there. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to turn around and sell it for somebody just because they want it, and just, ridiculous low numbers just because they want it. And I think they do a good job with it. So, it's got to be realistic. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Not sure what I'm going to do. It's just something to think about. I know I bought a boat in November of 2013 and bought Ashmore in May of 2014. The boat's been on the water one time since I bought it. So
I did. I think I saw the boat one time, I think, right? Yeah. Pretty sure I did see it.
It sits down there in one of my empty lots with a cover on it. I think the cover is probably dry rotted by now. It's been out in the sun and sitting there so long. So, Gina, anything we clean out the theater of the Ashmore? See, when I cleaned out the theater, I found some small vials that probably had cocaine in it or something, and which we got rid of. But they use this place as a drug party at times, and we got rid of that. And my sound just went weird. I'm not sure what that was.
I can still hear you.
My headphones were telling me power was on. I thought the power was on to begin with.
No, yeah.
But no, we found some things like that. Nothing fun. I did find some strips of 35 millimeter from a videotape, that they use here at the theater. I did find some of that, but that was about it. At Ashmore, we found some cups and some things like that, but nothing too much really. It was pretty empty. They'd already cleaned most of it out.
I remember when we were in the back room that I stay in here at the hotel, the addition back there. I remember when we were going to knock out some of the walls there to restore some of that back there, and you hand Crystal the hammer and be like, "Here you go, take out a wall." And there just happens to be like this really big cross that's like hidden in the wall, hanging on a nail.
That was kind of weird, because I told her she's like, "Where do I hit it at?" I'm like, "Pick a spot." So one of her attachments, and where's Chad? I mean, it's the perfect timing. So one of her attachments said, "Hit the wall here," and so that's what it was. And one of her attachments, I think, knew exactly where to go in that wall to find that cross.
The funny thing is, like, later on down the road when I'm gone, it would be nice to see the next person's face when they go in and be like, "That Mike guy was really weird. He put a cross in the wall." I was like, yeah. Could you imagine that conversation?
Yep, they probably. Yeah, we should have probably put something in there like Mike didn't put this in there, or something along that line, just so people knew that wasn't from you.
But Mike was here, but he didn't leave this.
So,
yeah.
Thanks, guys, for mentioning it. Sorry, doing the work out there, but yeah, we've had a lot of people help us, and I mean, I couldn't have done it by myself. So, there's been a bunch of them out there helping it. So that was great.
Yeah, same here as well. I mean, we've had a lot of people help, and it's been appreciated for sure.
Yep, I don't think people realize how much time and trouble goes into these locations, and the upkeep on them and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and I get people all the time. They'll sit there and say, "Well, you charge too much for this or that," and it's like, when you stop and think about it, you're gambling that your people are going to come out there and basically rent the place from you. And it's pretty cheap when you think, I mean, like, we're charging $500 out there from 7 p.m. till 10 a.m. And so you really got the building for 15 hours. And if you got 12 people in there, that's $40 per person roughly. And or $43 or whatever it comes out to per person. So that's not bad. It's, $3 or $4 an hour, for entertainment, so it's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's, and like, we pretty much have the same pricing and hours for the most part, like with the overnights and stuff here as well. So it's pretty much the same deal here.
Yeah, Abby, thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah. I'm glad you're watching those videos. I get to see the firsthand stuff. I'm usually I'm on the end with doing the extractions. So, yeah. Although we've been pretty fortunate today, we haven't had any calls today. So I volunteer our local EMS fire stuff. So yeah, it's been quiet. So, well, as everybody knows, Chad has been out filming. We don't know what he's filming, but he has been. So we'll maybe we can try to catch up with him sometime over the weekend and do something live over the weekend, and or just maybe do some record something and then bring it back out here and put it up. So because it's about 7:30, I haven't seen him, haven't heard anything from him. Sent him a couple of text messages. He responded to me quite a bit the other day when we were talking about Crystal and her attachments, but and then actually talked to him or got a message from him today at 1:30 on his flights and everything, but nothing. I
wonder if maybe he had some filming to do today, and maybe he's just still tied up with it or something. Maybe,
sometimes,
what I mean? Maybe he thought he might be out by now.
Yeah, you get on location and all of a sudden things just go south, and they think they're going to shoot this in an hour or 2 hours. And if Philip was here, he could sit there and he's probably shaking his head yes, because I've seen it firsthand myself. It's like, they set an hour or so for this 1 3-minute scene, and it takes 2 hours. And so that might be what happened. So if that's the case too, we'll get him back on another time. But
we'll get him on another show, and then maybe, like you said, maybe this weekend we can do some stuff and maybe do some Facebook Live stuff or something, or do something from the show page here and just have him do some stuff,
But if you do want to, come out like this Friday or Saturday to get tickets, you can go to the Rhodes Hotel website there at rhodeshotel.com and jump on there and grab tickets for Friday night or Saturday. Saturday, there's only 2 tickets left. But, so if you can do Friday night, I always tell people jump on a Friday night, because there's usually a lower number of tickets, which means you get to spend more time. I think there's like 6 tickets sold. So there's going to be 6 people right now that get to investigate the building with Chad. So that's a small group, but but
anybody that was, go ahead. Sorry.
That's right. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and anybody that was here like before knows that you get to spend a lot of time with him, because when he was here with him and Grant Wilson was here a few years ago. And I mean, you get to spend a lot of one-on-one time, I mean, you get to interact with these guys like all night. So, I mean, with Chad being here, you get to spend a lot more time with him and investigate with him instead of having like, really huge crowds.
Speaking of Chad and Grant, Oops, I thought I turned those. Thought I turned those alarms off, but I guess I didn't. I should probably do that. So, yeah, it's like, oh, forgot to turn those off on Tuesday night. But yeah, speaking of Chad and Grant when they were there, well, let's show this. I'm going to show this one clip that we have, and it's a short video thing. It's like, a little over a minute long. But and then if Chad comes in. Yeah, if Chad comes in, then we'll talk about it with him. But if nothing else, we'll go ahead and let Mike tell you about it. But let me pop this on here and let you guys watch this for a second. Oops, wait a minute. I forgot one thing I should preface this with. There is some language. Don't forget, this is Chad Lindberg. So there is some language in here. So keep that in mind if you got kids watching.
Yes.
You may cover their ears.
Was it where it fell through knocked over before that I told you about?
No, I just put it halfway up on the stairs.
Whoever knocked the crutch over a few months ago, can you knock that over again? Can you knock it down the stairs?
Yep, there it was. I still crack up when I hear that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Well, to give people an idea, like what happened with this, right after we took over, we started doing the public investigations. The first one, we did this, and you know how upstairs, like anybody that's been there before, when you go up to the top of the steps, you have the room that's right here. I'm sitting there, and I hear something like in the front, like foyer area, between rooms 1 and 8. And so my attention goes over there. And then at the time, for some reason, I started looking back and I see the crutches going like this. They're just falling over. So I grab them to keep them from hitting someone. And everybody was like, they literally just looked like somebody just got behind them and just kind of nudged them, and they just start, falling over. So when Grant and Chad were here, I mentioned it to those guys. I said, this is what happened, and this is where it was at. Well, the whole night, Chad kept taking one of my crutches, and he'd be like, oh, I'll sit it over here. I'll sit it back there. And he kept moving it in different areas to see if, anything would happen. And then finally, when he went up to the upstairs, I thought maybe he was going up to originally where this happened. And he comes back down a little bit later, a little bit of time goes by. And then finally I was just like, hey, where did you take that? Did you put it upstairs? And he said he was halfway up the stairs. So it's like, okay, whoever knocked it over, can you do it again? And that's what we got.
Yeah, and it was about 6 or 7 seconds. There was a time delay was in that. And when you're in there, if there was somebody standing in that room, and you're looking at one of basically one of the security cameras that were there, and you can see nobody walked out of there when Mike was talking, but it took about 6 or 7 seconds after he said that for it to go down the stairs. And that's about how long it takes to walk out of that room to walk up the stairs if they were going to knock it down. And so unfortunately there was no camera on the scratch because it wasn't set up to be an investigation like that. It was just just to try it. So we didn't have anything there, but yeah, I came back and I pulled the security camera and pulled that clip off there, and it was pretty funny. And Crystal mentioned this, and this is so true with those two guys, because I noticed that right off the bat is when Chad just freaks out, and Grant had just sat down, and then Chad's like, down the hallway, and then Grant's like, okay, well, let's go check it out.
Let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool. But now, if you come back out there sometime in the future, don't ask Mike to put his crutch on the stairs, because there's a nice light at the bottom of those stairs, and they didn't think about it at the time. But if that crutch would have tumbled down the stairs, it'd have wiped out that light by chance. That would have been pretty. So
yeah. One good thing you mentioned the cameras. I do actually have a security camera that points down those stairs now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So but don't put the crutch on the stairs. So
No.
there's been enough light fixtures replaced in there without replacing one more.
Yeah, we don't need to add to another one. And not to mention, if it takes that out, it's one of the new ones.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Well, I'm thinking it'll take out that little one, that nice little one sitting on the banister. Is what it'll take out. Yeah, that's the one I'd be worried about taking out.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned about that.
Yeah, I think I looked that one up. It's about a $1,500 light fixture. So yeah, we don't want that one taken out. So
no, not at all.
Have to find a Nerf crutch or something like that to knock down the stairs.
Yeah.
But, oh well. But yeah, that was a strange night when that happened, and
it was,
and it was weird. I mean, it was uncanny that happened, just basically because it sat up there for quite a while.
Yeah, I think it was probably a good 15, 20 minutes that was up there before I even asked him. Yeah.
Oh, it was probably even longer than that because we all came back in the room, sat down, and those guys were talking and everything.
Probably,
and
that's
they
true.
kind of stopped talking, and that's when you asked about hey, did you put that crutch up there? And that's when he was like, yeah, because I cut everything down quite a bit on that just to get part of the reaction and the crutch and everything is when I cut the clip down.
Yeah,
but it was weird. It was a strange night. Those things happen, and like you said, you've had it happen before, so that wasn't like the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that it happened. I mean, because he had taken the crutch around multiple spots that night, and we didn't get anything. And then all of a sudden, I asked the question, and it's like, bam, it just happens.
So everybody write this down and get your tickets. So, and Crystal threw it out there, or you could go to roadshotel.com and just jump on there and get the tickets right after that too. So, and that might be a little easier to remember than this one. But as I wonder if people, it says Chad Lindberg.
Yep. I wonder if people can actually click in the comment section, if it'll actually pull that link up and they can go directly there.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Everybody go out there and buy tickets, and we'll see.
Yeah, just click the link from there and buy tickets, and then let us know if it worked.
Yeah, buy about 7 or 8 tickets, I think, for Friday night, and buy 2 more tickets for Saturday night, and that'll be good.
Yeah, so I mean, anybody that's traveling a little bit of a distance, I mean, they could come in and buy both nights and investigate both nights.
Well, and if you can't make it up for the investigation, Chad will be at the Rhodes Hotel. It's going to be, there's a Lost Limbs Foundation booth set up right outside. He'll be up there all day on Saturday, and he'll be outside signing autographs, taking some pictures, selling his merchandise and all too. So if you can't make it to the Rhodes for the for the event, stop up there and check that out, and come out to Rhodes for the deal we're doing with Chad outside.
Yeah, I mean, we're set up every year. It's the same spot. It's just right outside the side of the building here, right beside the road.
And then we're going to be going up to Gas City to the Ducktail Car Show up there on Friday from 1 to 3. He'll be up at the Ducktail run in Gas City. They do a big James Dean deal out there each year, and they'll have between all the cities, I think they probably have 4,000 or 5,000 cars within like half hour or 40 minutes of each other. So it's kind of a crazy time, and it's a good time for me to go up there and look for new things to hang up my garages and all. So.
Or maybe even find like another car or two, right?
I do have some tow straps with me just in case, but I'd have I'd have to rent a trailer though. So, and Norma's upstairs probably thinking, how many more cats can I have? So it's like, no, but no, I'm pretty much done with cars, as far as buying new cars. I think I'm going to get rid of a couple I've got now. I'm going to sell my hearse, and I'm going to sell my street rod, and those 2 are probably going to leave. And when I get a chance to get over to the garage and get them out of there, but I think I'll sell those 2. So, and then kind of downsize a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
Gina, if you want, I'd be more than happy to take that charger off your hands. And, I mean, that's not a problem. And you're Abby's dreaming, and so I'm actually kind
I
of more
just
of a
saw that.
Challenger guy, but I do like the old Chargers. The old Chargers were okay. I don't like the new Chargers. They don't look retro to me, so I stay away from them. But
You have a new
we'll have some-
Charger, don't you?
not Challenger. I have the
Oh, it's
Challenger.
a Challenger. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Duh.
and but yeah, that's all right. And so where have you guys that are out there listening to us all? Where have you guys been investigating? You guys had any places cool or anything strange has happened or anything fun has happened? I know Terry was over in about 3 or 4 different places this weekend, so that's where Mosby was. So hopefully she probably has some stuff.
Yeah.
And they hopefully they had some things going on. They spent there. I think they were gone Friday, Saturday, and then came back on Sunday, but they went to like 3 or 4 different locations.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because weren't they? Yeah, they were over here in Indiana. I remember seeing the post about that. Yes.
Actually, Abby, that's another car I think I'm going to sell is the El Camino. I bought it for a purpose, and I don't need it any longer.
So, 3 up for sale for pretty soon.
Yeah, really. So yeah, that's 3 I can probably move.
Robbins used cars. We can create another podcast. It can be Robbins used cars, and we can just like do live videos and display them out there.
That's right. We'll just put them out.
Next one up on this. Yeah,
we'll just auction them off. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Crystal was the hearse. Says Crystal, I was the hearse. Okay.
Maybe you meant you want the hearse.
We can work that out. I mean, that would look good sitting in your driveway.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors would be like, "What's going on?"
Poor Chad must have really got tied up because I haven't heard anything from him at all.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. I mean, I bet something's going on. Maybe like he was filming and thought he'd be out, and maybe it's just extended and he can't make it or something, because I would imagine he probably would have gotten back to you if he was able to.
Okay, unless my reading is pathetic, Crystal says, it says, I want the hearse. That's not what I'm seeing here. I was the hearse is what I'm seeing. So,
yep, I see. I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want.
Crystal, you got to get those attachments to quit typing for you because they're not doing such a good job. Now, see who, let me back up through here because I think it was, where'd she go? I was looking at, here you go. No, I was looking, she said, so Gene was at the Blackford County Jail. That's over towards you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that over by Winchester or something?
Yeah, I think it's maybe like an hour, a little over an hour or so from me. Not too far. Yeah.
So that's what I thought too. So yeah, that's cool. You guys were over there last night. So, and then let's see, Cheryl's she's doing okay. She's doing Madison Seminary Friday night. That should be a good time. I've heard a lot of good things about that. And yeah, so you should have some fun times over there.
Yeah, same here. I see a lot of posts and stuff with just different things they've got going on there.
That's always the fun part, is going through all that camera footage and all that, all that audio, and it can take some time. Most people don't, a lot of people out there that don't do investigations don't realize that for every second you have audio, you got to listen to that every second too. And same thing with the video cameras. If you got 16 cameras out there running, you've got to watch one camera for the length of the time. If they're out there recording for 4 hours, that's 64 hours of video you need to watch. Because you can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can't watch like 16 cameras all at the same time. You've got to watch each individual camera.
Yeah. Oh, you might have a buyer for the hearse.
So I think, I don't know about buyers. I keep seeing a lot of people that were, they're gifting. So I guess they haven't realized that I have a bad heart, and it's not a good heart. It's a bad heart. So, that gifting thing is probably not going to happen. So they're making deals out here. I see that, he can give you this and I'll get this. And it's like, I'm not dead, guys. Just give me another year or two anyways. And then maybe you can get that. So, Crystal said she edited it, but it didn't work. That's not our fault.
Yep.
Patsy got a ticket for Friday.
Oh yeah. Ticket for Friday night. Hey guys, everybody that's just tuning in, I see some hellos and highs and stuff. Thanks for tuning in. And as Robin mentioned a little bit ago, we're not quite sure. I think maybe Chad got tied up with something else and he hasn't made it on yet. We'll look at trying to get him on another night, and he will be here this weekend at Rhodes Hotel. So hopefully, maybe we can do some stuff and get on and do some live streams and stuff with him this weekend. Oh, did you get that text message?
Yeah. So
I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, well, you don't want to. Let's see. You just
I'm afraid to open it because open it because it'll like take my AirPods and it'll shift over there, and then I won't be able to hear you.
Well, Murch is in Cabo, and he was on today and everything's ready to go, but he said that the internet at the resort just went down.
Oh, and, no.
So he said Gary's taking me into in a golf cart to 3 business centers to see if we can get on in there. So hopefully we'll have Murch on here yet tonight, but it's like Jared, we're gonna have to kick Crystal off from now on. That's it. No more. Her attachments are screwing up the show.
Yeah, messing the show up, right? Hopefully he finds a place, and if not, then we'll be rescheduling 2 people here in the near future.
Yeah, it's like
what are the odds?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, especially because Murch was all excited about it and everything too. So they're running around in a golf cart. So hopefully they'll be able to get on yet. But they're supposed to. He's got like 15 minutes, but we'll see what's going on. He's going to let me know and or let us know as soon as he can. At least he's got back to us and told us what's going on.
But it was last night for the full moon, wasn't it?
So I think
just saying. I mean, it's kind of
this is the hangover from last night. And, actually, she asked about that hearse. That hearse is actually in a really good shape. But there's no, I haven't really looked at it. It's up on my car lift, on one of the car lifts I've got, and it didn't have any rust on it or anything. It's been sitting inside ever since I've owned it, and but yeah, it's got it's pretty nice. In fact, if you could see pictures of it on our haunted theater page, you can see the black hearse there. But yeah, it's not a bad looking hearse. It looks pretty good for the most part. And I don't know if I popped that up. She didn't get much action at Blackford County Jail. So
quiet night.
Yeah. And as we always tell everybody, there's no switch you can turn on. You can't make them tap dance. So you just never know what's going to happen. I've had, and do locations a favor, because I've had people go to Google review and review us, and they'll say, well, I did a tour there and we never saw any ghosts. Like, okay, well, sorry, I guess I forgot to wake him up that morning or something. But don't slam the location because they didn't have anything going on, because there's so many variables that goes into that. It's like you never know what's going to happen or what's not going to happen.
Yep. Yeah, and I always tell people as soon as they come in, I'm like, hey, hopefully it's active, but you just never know. Is that you or Murch? Oh yeah, Murch getting back.
Murch said he's working on it now. He's never had that before. So it's like, well, welcome to our world.
I can just see them driving around like on a golf cart, being like, "We got to find internet, man, so we can."
He's got his Ouija board in front of him, running up and down the road, trying to figure out how to get there. So
are we going to find internet tonight?
You guys probably have a lot of recording hours to listen to from this weekend, because I know you guys were out there. Kristen was there quite a bit with her and their friends, and the three young girls that were up there that were brave as could be until it got a little dark. Then that bravery kind of slipped a little bit.
kind of goes back in the back, like kind of gone after a while, right?
Yeah, I've got Abby and Ashley in here, and I think Terry's still there. Yeah, Abby, I'm not even answering that. I'm not getting myself in trouble. Crystal said you're rude, Mike.
I'm
not
rude.
sure. I guess so. Yeah.
Sure, she wasn't maybe hinting at you.
I don't think. I doubt that. I mean, I can't believe that would be. So.
Can't see that happening, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah. What are the odds?
Yeah, like Crystal's. This is type of stuff that just drives me nuts. Someone leaves a 1-star review with a comment, "I've never been there." Okay, so it's like I'll leave a 1-star review because I've never been there before, and it's like, oh well, what are you going to do? Not much you can do.
Yeah,
you just kind of grin and bear it and forget about it and move on. But
yeah, well, you kind of hope that people see that and be like, okay, kind of look at it and be like, okay, well, obviously they did that because I don't know, whatever. But
without, I don't know if there's anybody's listening out there, without naming the location, have you guys ever left any bad reviews because of certain situations that went on there? I'm just kind of curious, but don't mention the location because I don't want to get into that type of drama. But just interested in what you might have ran into as far as problems at a location. I know my biggest concern is always double booking, and I've done it, but I've caught it. In fact, Kristen was one of the recipients of that. I caught that I'd done it, made it up for him. But yeah, that can happen. And I'll go on record saying that November 5th has me bugged. I think that's a Friday night. I couldn't believe that it was still open, and then I thought it filled, and so I wouldn't doubt it if I double booked that night. But I've gone through that and spent hours looking, and I couldn't find it. So I'm hoping not, but it wouldn't surprise me if I did.
So a few things.
Yeah, people said they never left anything bad.
Yeah.
If you've had bad review, if you had bad experiences at locations, I'd like to hear about it myself. If it's my location or if it's Rhodes Hotel, let myself know. Let us know what was wrong. I mean, because it may be a situation that we didn't even know about. That something happened that we had no idea it was like that, and you can't fix it unless you don't know about it.
Exactly. That way, then if there's anything that we need to work on, then it'd be nice to know.
Yeah, because sometimes you just don't see everything, especially myself, because I'm not out there every day and every time we do stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for you.
I mean, I just sent an email this morning to a tour company with a couple of things because I get phone calls, and told them, hey, just send me what you send the people that buy tickets so I know what you're telling them, because they'll call me and ask me, and I'm like, I don't know. We just rent the place. We don't have anything to do with what they're doing. So, so if I can answer those questions, it's a lot easier, because sometimes it's hard to get hold of a larger company that's trying to do a lot of stuff. So that can be tough.
Yeah. And even though when it makes it harder, like for us, because when people rent the place out and then they sell tickets because they're doing an event or something, we're kind of in the dark. We don't always know what, how much their tickets are selling and what they're planning on doing for their event.
Yep. And I never know. I mean, like, this person wanted to know what they do with sleeping arrangements. I'm like, other than basically telling you grab a spot of real estate someplace in the building, I don't know if they have anything that they're doing different. I don't, if they're separating people out of what they're doing. So we never know a lot of times what's going on, with some of those things.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of waiting to hear back from Murch to see if he's got his internet situation taken care of.
Yeah.
And
driving up down the beach saying, hey, has anybody got internet?
So, yep. And even as much as you clean a location, if a cat gets in there just before, when you get done cleaning the whole place out, you have no idea what happened. And so because I mean, I've seen a situation like that there. It's like I've gone through, and we get plaster that falls every once in a while because it's humidity is so bad over there, and you can clean the whole building up, and you go through, do the tour walkthrough, all of a sudden, like, where did that come from? Because I just cleaned everything up for it was here. It's I never see that.
Yeah. Who sleeps on a ghost tent? Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, we've got one group that comes out, Go Sense USA, that we talked to last week. They start at 9 p.m. and go to 9 a.m. So not everybody stays up for those 12 hours. Some people start crashing about 4 o'clock or something like that to get a few hours sleep before they head home. And, that happens at times, but most people don't. I personally, I don't like starting that late. I'm kind of one of these people that, I'm a 6 to 12 type of person. I don't need to be out there till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm perfectly content with getting done at midnight.
I remember before I moved, back here to be on the site, on the property, we did like one of the public overnights, and I remember I think it was maybe about midnight or so. We were investigating, and everybody kind of sit down, was just kind of relaxing for a little bit in the hallway. It's all dark. And a few people got up and were like, "Oh, I'm going to see where the room is." So they get up and go to the rooms, and they just close the door, and then everybody just, next thing I know, I'm sitting in the hallway and everybody's gone. And I'm like, where'd everybody go? It's and then they just stayed in their rooms for a while. And I was like, I guess everybody's going to sleep. So I just went in one of the other rooms and I just laid down. I thought, I guess everybody's done for the night.
Yep, I've seen that happen too, and I've seen some that come out and they'll investigate for 3 or 4 hours, and then it's that's it, we're done. And I'm okay. And we had I had a group out at Ashmore recently that investigated. They were there at 7, and I think it was probably close to midnight or 1 o'clock, and they said we're gonna head for the beds. We're gonna go to sleep. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. It's we've had a great experiences. We've had all kinds of stuff going on. It's we don't even think we need to stay up any longer to try to get anything better, because everything we've had so far has been great. I guess that's a good way to look at it. It's we've already filled our, if you've already filled the live well up with everything you ever wanted to do, it's might as well time to leave the lake.
Yeah. Yep.
We actually we had a guy, and him, Dean Thompson, and I don't think Dean's in here tonight. I haven't seen him, so I'll just pick on him.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, Dean was out at Ashmore a few years back, and he came up to me. He's like, I got to let you hear this. It's embarrassing, but I got to let you hear it. And I said, all right. And they were doing a daytime investigation, and he was sitting on the floor, and you could hear him snoring. And then the voice, he was there snoring, sawing logs up there, sleeping while he's sitting on the floor. And you hear a voice come through and says, "Get up." And so they didn't like him sitting around the room, I guess. So they kind of told him it was time to move on. So, yeah, Abby mentions 4 a.m. was crash time. I think that's kind of someplace in there, that time frame. People, I think they figure that they're there till 10 so they can go to bed and maybe get 5-6 hours worth of sleep before they do it.
Yeah.
Murch still having problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we'll give him a, and yeah, he said he just is not looking good.
Yeah, I see the preview on there. I don't want to open the phone up because then it's it pulls my AirPods over to the phone, and then I'm not going to be able to hear you when you're talking.
Yep. And I'm just going to check with him and make sure. And if he is, then we won't keep everybody hanging around. Tonight, yep. But so yeah, we're just kind of waiting to hear back from Murch on things.
Yeah, and if so, guys, what we'll do is we'll get both these guys scheduled again for another night. If Murch can't get on as well, we'll get Chad on some other time, and then if we don't get to have Murch on tonight, we'll get him on another time, and we'll have another show. give it another round.
Try it again, but
yes,
but yeah, that type of stuff happens at times, and you never know, what's gonna happen out there. But I don't think Philip's in here anymore, is he? Philip's, I don't know if Philip's probably, he might have left, but hey, Philip, if you're still in there, let me know. We may just try to pull you in and talk to you a little bit if you're still out there, and you can let us know, and we can send you a link and you can jump in with us and talk to us for a while. But yep, just wait to hear back from Murch on their things. So 5 a.m. in the boiler room. That's about the time I usually get up to get into the building. So it's Yeah, the boiler room seems so hit and miss, and So it sounds like from Murch, it's he said he's so upset. Never had it happen again. The technology is usually his friend, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it on there tonight, and make it back tonight, and that stuff happens. And, he's in Mexico, so who knows what's going to happen down that way.
Yeah.
But and I've heard anything from Philip, so I don't think he's around.
But we can always we'll be back next week, and if all else fails, then
my headphones are doing they keep telling me my power's on. I know my power's on. It's like I turned it on, but I'm not sure why they're acting weird to me. But it's just one of those nights, I guess, because
it is.
It's ringing in my ears and saying that the power is on. I'm like, what the hell? I know the power is on.
Are we sure last night was the full moon?
I don't know. There's something weird going on.
Like you said, maybe it's a full moon hangover or something, and it's just
exactly.
It's a weird night. Yeah.
In fact, I got the actually, let me see if we can get Chad on here.
What? Did you hear from him?
He might be able to join us. So hold on a second.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can get him on.
So Murch is out then for sure. Watch them both send messages and be like, "Hey, we can come on."
And we'll have a big party. We'll get them all on. But
it didn't sound too good for Murch though. So
no, it didn't sound like he's and I don't know. I don't have Mexican bail money, so if he gets in trouble down there, so where he's at. But we'll see if Chad just sent him one. Know if we were still on. So maybe we'll get him on yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll try it anyway.
Yeah. We can talk for a little bit at least.
And Mike was investigating with him.
Yeah. I'll try to get out there. I mean, and especially the public investigations. Sometimes people ask, like when they do private investigations and stuff, they'll ask, and if my leg's not bugging me too much, I'll try to go out there for a while.
So it's always good to do that. I usually I'm not out here as much. I mean, obviously not as much as you are, but since you live on location. But if somebody wanted me to, I will. I don't mind hanging around. And,
same here. Yeah.
Wow, she's really picking on you tonight. What's this?
She is. Can we just block her?
I can actually do that. So we can get rid of
her. No lightning tonight. No lightning tonight, believe it or not.
Hey, I think we have Mr. Chad Lindberg ready to join us here. So let's bring Chad in now so we can quit rambling to everybody.
Oh my God.
He is.
What's
hey,
up,
buddy?
My boys, everybody, I'm so good. Thankfully for Crystal Couch, because I've been traveling. I just got into this hotel, and then I look down, and I don't see Robin's texts, but I do see the one from Crystal, and she's like, "Yo, did you forget?" And I'm like, and then that Matrix moment of all came down, and I'm like, "Oh my God, that was right now." So you know what? Better late than never.
It's true.
That's right. Well, and see, actually, Murch is supposed to be on right now, but he's down in Cabo and he doesn't have internet service. So he's like, so people are gonna have to listen to us ramble for another hour or just shut it down. So you saved our butt anyway.
Oh well, I'm glad it worked out, and thanks to Crystal for making that happen, because I forgot to put the change on my calendar, and then like I said, I've been on the road a lot, so my plate is full. So thanks for understanding.
Busy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good. How about you?
We're doing great. Yeah, we've been rambling for a while, so it's nice to have you in here.
Have you? What have you been rambling about?
We'll be talking
anything
about
and everything. Yeah, talking about you.
Yeah, we actually showed that clip a while ago. from Rhodes Hotel with the crutch.
Oh, the crutch.
Remember the crutch coming down the stairs?
Yeah. One of the great moments of the Roadhouse history, or the Rhodes Hotel history.
So, yeah, that was a fun night.
Yeah, it was a fun night. So, what has happened since I've been there?
Quite a bit. I mean, we've had a lot of stuff. A lot of people are getting a little girl in the EVPs. A lot of footsteps, a lot of voices. A few times that people have been talking about doors that have been opening and closing on them. So it's been interesting at times.
Wow. Oh, like the room, like doors.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Upstairs, everyone that's been talking about mostly the preacher's room.
Really? So like they'll open and shut by themselves?
Yep.
Really? Like like they'll turn the door handle like open?
They haven't really went into too much detail on exactly what, how, but I mean, a few of the times that they've told me, it has been like kind of shut hard, which is that door it drifts really slow if it closes.
Right. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So kind of had Chad's video kind of locked up on him. So
you're frozen. You're kind of like, oh, there you go.
You're okay now.
Yeah, guys, trying to get this thing connected here. Give me trouble. But yeah, I'm excited to get back. You know what I mean? Get back to the business.
Be a good weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we were telling everybody that there's a few tickets left for Friday night and just a couple left on Saturday night. So it's almost it's gonna be nice. It'll be fun.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Well, yeah, then it sounds like it's gonna be a full house, just about.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Saturday night.
Very exciting. And what time do we start these ghost hunts for people listening?
Got it, Robin?
Oh yeah. They go 7 to 12 both nights, and so we'll do a little meet and greet. You can talk about what you've been doing and the questions and everything like that.
Right.
Starting about 7, and then we'll do the ghost hunt stuff, and it'll be a good evening. A lot of fun that night.
That's exciting. I feel like now's not the time to bring up, a certain somebody and kind of what they bring to the table as far as like attachments. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's time to really talk about that. Not yet. We can talk about that towards like the end of our show, but like I just feel like it already has enough going on. Like we don't need real like evil lurking.
We've had a lot of problems tonight with one individual because she's been really ragging on Mike constantly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hey, I knew the times. I just didn't want to butt in. I was just like, hey, you got it, Robin? So I know that I would imagine I'd know the times, right?
But
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. And I am going to ask because Crystal is officially down to 2 attachments. So, all right, we're just going to get into it already. I mean,
we're just going to go dive right in.
This is what people really want to know is how many attachments does Crystal have? And she's had 3 for a long time. And when I was at the Rhodes last time, they did confirm, the spirits did say 3. Now, at the last event that we saw each other at, I did take off an attachment. So she's officially got 2 attachments. And she's got 2 attachments. And I think she has the option to have 1 less, to lose 1, or gain several at this point. It's all up to her.
Well, if you see what she said about you on the screen,
I can barely read it, actually. So that's probably positive. I can barely read. Let's see here. I hope Robin forgets you at the airport. That's not gonna happen.
No, we might forget Crystal at her house, but we won't forget you there.
or we would you'd pick me up and we'd go have pizza.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Yep.
We'll have some deep dish pizza, and we'll send Crystal a picture of it.
Yeah. Now, Mike, when am I going to see you? Are you going to be at the airport as well, or are you going to be when's our embrace going to happen?
You will see me when you get here, actually.
Ah, very nice. Very excited.
Yeah, I probably won't be at the airport. So.
Well, I was only asking, not that I would expect you to do that, but I was thinking if we were to go get pizza without Crystal, kind of is what I was getting at, actually.
Yeah. Hey, we can always work that out.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We just don't tell her where we're going.
No. No, I'm really excited. Now, where are we staying? Am I staying overnight in the hotel? And am I sleeping in the hotel?
Yeah, we're gonna have a big party at the hotel. We're not staying outside of the hotel. We're staying in it, right? Right.
Yep. Okay. This is
Norman and I'll be there, and you'll be there, and
I don't think I've slept inside before.
Nope. Hey, you got the Lindberg suite. Remember?
Is it still available? Is it still available?
It's available.
You know who's not allowed or has to knock is Crystal. Everybody else is more than welcome, but I feel it's in movies when they don't invite the vampire in.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, if you don't, it's kind of like you don't go out in the dark woods alone. So you don't bring her. Don't bring her there.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. Just take care of yourself.
Yep. And just saying, there is a Giordano's in the Indianapolis area now.
Oh, really?
Just throwing it out there,
Perfect.
Well, there's a couple of them, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we can do the group text and just not include Crystal. Be like, hey, we're meeting here for pizza.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Crystal.
And she has so many attachments, we wouldn't have room anyway. It would be like a table for 20.
We would not have room for any of her shit or her attachments. I mean, let's not forget where she got them from. And as a matter of fact, I don't know where she got them from because I started really noticing her attachments. I think it was at a museum in Arizona, wasn't it? I did an event with you guys, and it was at a museum, and and this is a place it
was in Indiana,
in Scottsdale.
Scottsburg, yeah.
Okay,
Scottsburg,
yeah. This is where I actually, speaking of attachments, a funny story, a real story, not a comedy skit towards Crystal, but I had I had brought something home from that place, and I remember thinking, sometimes you think somewhere is going to be a little bit more lighter than it usually is, and then this place was more intense than I thought it would be, and then that's the night, and then when I left, I remember that was a good story, man. I went home to my parents' house, and my dad was gone on a fishing vacation, and my sister was not around. And it was just my mom and I sleeping at the house. And I went to the bedroom where I usually sleep. It was the spare bedroom at the time. And I remember going to bed, and it was just dark. And I was like, I couldn't sleep in there for a second. And I was so agitated, and I was scared. And it was so weird. So I went into my mom's room, and I was like, Mom, I have to sleep in here because I can't turn it off, and something's just not right, and I need to this is all from the museum. And she said fine, and so I crawled in bed, and then I was able to and you guys have been places before where you have to you have to find a way to turn these things off or turn off your brain because it messes with you. And I laid down, and within 5 minutes it got really silent, and then I heard and I tried to pretend like I didn't hear it. And then Mom goes, Chad. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I got up, and sure enough, we went to the bedroom, and a spirit had taken one of the ladders in there, one of the half-step ladders, and thrown it across the room.
Oh, wow.
And we were both like, you have to go now. You have to get out of here. And I put my foot down, and then that was it. But from that place, yes, that was one of the cooler incidents that happened. So yeah, like you never know. And like, you know, like occasionally I'll get a little friend. I don't wish any upon Crystal, although she really has to like look inside herself and ask why, you know, this is happening to her. You know?
Yep. Mm-hmm. But she should know.
I mean, come on. But yeah, had I told you guys that story yet?
No, I'd never heard.
No. Yeah, this is the first.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Mom will even tell you that. That was one of those like movie moments where I was like, no way. And we both heard it and experienced it, and that it was powerful enough to knock over, you know, one of those step stool ladders. I mean, like threw it across the room. I'm like, no, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, when I was in that room, I'm like, I can't stand to be in here. Like I felt like somebody was just right up on me, just looking at me and being not happy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Crystal, if that was Scottsburg or she's talking about Road. She said that you had to help her mom out. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's right. That was at the. That's right. Yes, that was at the same place.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that was the same place. I had forgotten about that. Yes. Oh, that place has got a little nasty streak in it. I don't know. Like it just has a little like, I don't know.
You know, and that place is a museum, and it doesn't look like that at all. It doesn't look like, it doesn't have that evil looking presence. It's just, you know, nicely laid out, nicely kept up and everything.
Yeah.
And then bam, hit you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, your mom had to sit down and we had to like take care of her for a second. Yeah, that's right. Didn't she end up leaving early?
I think she did. I believe so.
Yeah.
I think she did leave early.
Oh, man. Yeah. Have you guys been back to that place since?
I don't think I've been back since then. I don't believe.
Huh.
I'd be curious to
go there at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun place too. I mean, it was a neat place to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. We can go back.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hold on. Let me grab my plug-in. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see Chad Lindberg's sink and paper towel dispenser.
Well, truthfully, it's it's my sink for the moment. Okay. It's my sink for tonight because I'm on the road. I am in some hotel near Disneyland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm not really going to Disneyland. I just happen to be there.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about Scottsburg, Indiana. Gina, there's a historical museum there. I forget the name of the museum.
Yeah, it was the Scott County Heritage Museum.
Yeah,
something like that.
It was a former poor farm.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy.
So Chad, you've been working on set and everything. I know you can't say anything about what you're doing, but it looks like you're keeping busy for a while there. So it's a pretty good size role, it sounds like.
I'm busy. I got a cool gig that I'll be able to talk about it someday. But a pretty significant one in a pretty cool universe that I think a lot of people will know.
Cool.
Yeah. And then of course I'll tell you guys when I see you, because you're my buddies. But that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's gonna be awesome. I'm traveling. I'm doing a lot of car shows at the moment, and then this event will be the first paranormal event that I've done in the era of the pandemic, or as far as like, you know, because I haven't done any ghost hunts in quite a while. So I think the spirits were glad to get rid of me for a while and not have to hear it. I'm sure a lot of spirits everywhere. I don't know how that works, if they were like glad to see people not be around or missing people. What do you think?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think
depending on.
Yeah, I talked to people at Ashmore last year when they started, we started kind of up again, and they said they were getting a lot of activity. Stuff was going on because I think it depends on location. Like our location or mine actually at Ashmore, it's so cold during the winter months. There's nobody out there. So starting about April, they've been shut down from November to April. So even when people start coming out, it's kind of like you've been sitting here all week, all month or winter waiting for somebody to show up, and they pop in. So I think that makes a big difference.
Totally.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens here this weekend after the last time you were here.
Yeah. So, I mean, that, also like one of the cooler experiences, I think, when anything physically happens, like that's always like a really cool thing. And I remember we had been trying for a while that night too. Like it was, it's not like we had just kind of like jumped into it and that happened. Like we had been at it. And then I went over, I said, Mike, let me grab your crutch and put it on the stairs, and then walk back over and say, why don't you ask them if they wouldn't mind pushing that crutch over? And lo and behold, they did.
Yeah. We had that little silence there, and then bam.
Oh, yeah. And
it's crazy.
You can tell it's authenticity by the way that I run out of the room in such lightning speed. Because it was so great. Your crutch is a heavy thing to push over. That's no bullshit. So it's like, that was very cool. So, hopefully maybe we'll ask to do it again and then sort of document it this time. I don't even think anybody thought it was really going to happen.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And maybe that's why they did it. It's because it was like, we weren't filming in terms of like right at it,
Yeah. Could have been.
Yeah. There's nobody around it when it happened. So, but he does have a security camera pointing down the stairs. So, we just have to figure out a way to protect the lamp.
Right.
Yeah, there's a camera just right down the steps now. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, have you caught anything else on camera?
I think the one shadow. I believe this was after you was here before, but I had a group from Ohio, Ghost Sisters, that they put the kitchen back here behind me. They put a camera that went through these two parlor rooms, and they caught a shadow figure that came through, and it's almost like it walked around like that check-in counter and it was gone. And we tried to recreate it. So, because I saw it. I was like, who's in the other room? And they're like, nobody. And I'm like, yeah, there is. I'm like, no, there's not. So they go back and they look at the footage, and then they see, sure enough, you can't make out any features, but you can see the figure just walk across, come back around, and it's gone. So I was like, okay, well, I need to check this out. So I go back, and then I start walking through. You could see it was me. You could see me. You could see the crutches. As soon as I turned the corner, my eyes are glowing from the IR camera, from the lights, the IR lights and stuff. It's like, I couldn't explain the other one. Because you couldn't make out any features. You just saw that shadow. That was pretty interesting.
Wow. Are you sleeping there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right,
I live here now.
Yeah, you live there. So, but you have, so you, like any haunted location, there's always like our safe zone, right? There's always like that one room that's like not too crazy. Would that be in your case, or do you encounter a lot of business all the time?
I have stuff. Even back in my room, I have stuff that happens. Time to time, I still get things. It can be interesting. Most of the time, it's usually shadows that I see back there, but it's been voices a few times.
What has spooked you?
Probably the shadows are probably what's the weirdest for me, especially back there, because at times I could be watching TV and then just like out of the corner of my eyes, I could see somebody just walking. I'm like, I look back, like one of the times it was really odd was, going into my bedroom is going out the back door of the hotel. And maybe this was something residual this time, but I did see a full figure, probably about my height, just walk through the door into my room, maybe about 5 feet, and then is gone.
Like solid, like we are, kind of like a translucent kind of like.
It was just a dark shadow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, it seemed like a solid dark shadow. I mean, yeah, it was so odd because like as soon as I turned, it was gone. Yeah, Crystal said she's heard things on the phone with me talking before.
Really? Like, do you guys hear a lot of voices there? Do you hear like voices in the middle of the night?
Yeah, a lot. It's most of the time you can't tell what
it is, right?
You can't tell what the conversation is. We had some people here before, like a while back. They were doing an event and someone was doing the Estes method. It was blindfolded, had the headphones. We were asking questions, and the responses we were getting from that, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. There's no direct answers to what we're asking. And then I started stopping and started paying attention to it. And I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like there's two people having a conversation and they're not talking, they're not responding to us. And then when the person finished the session, then they were like, what were you guys asking? And we were just like, well, we're asking questions and we weren't getting responses. And then we kind of figured out that it seemed like you're talking back and forth. It's like two different people are having a conversation that you're repeating back. And he's like, that makes sense.
Wow. Wow. Very compelling indeed.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, the plot thickens. So hopefully it's going to be a really cool weekend this weekend.
And what would you say is the most haunted part of the building? If you had to just be like, okay, that's it.
Actually, probably for me, I think the most activity might be the back side of the hotel upstairs because you have two rooms across from each other that are very active.
Are you talking about my room?
Yours is one of them.
Oh, wow. So this is kind of going to be like sweet revenge for Crystal in a lot of ways. Now, do you have a TV in that room?
There's no TV in there.
There's
we
no
can
TV.
figure something out. Yeah, we can figure something out.
I'm only asking because what I'll probably do in the middle of the night, I'll probably put on like my like Alexa or something. I have to have a distraction.
Yeah.
Or else because I know I'm fair game, man. I'm fair game. We're all fair game, especially Crystal, but like more so me actually. Like all of my shit talking will definitely come back to haunt me, pun intended. You know what I mean?
I think that's what she's hoping for too.
She is hoping. However, she has to pay attention to her own intention because she may inquire more attachments just by hoping that I'll be messed with.
I had one of the girls helped me out at Ashmore. She was at Rose last year, and she asked me where I stayed when I was up there. And I told her the room I stay in. I said I've never had anything happen to me while I was in that room, but so she decided to stay in that room that night. But she said that when she woke up in the middle of the night, there was somebody standing there looking at her while she was laying in bed, and she saw a full figure standing up there by the window looking in at her. So I think it kind of freaked her out. So I'm not sure if Ashley's still in there now or not, but so, I've never had anything happen.
Wow. That would be scary. I mean, I always think about that. I'm like, one of these times, one of these places, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and see somebody just looking at me, and it's going to like scare the living hell out of me. Like, honestly, like that's not a normal thing. And to see, actually though, like, the last time I saw an apparition was on the Queen Mary, but when I woke up into it, actually I wasn't scared in that moment. and she wasn't looking at me. I saw somebody across the room, and but it was like this kind of like translucent sort of energy around it, and this kind of like you almost wake up sort of into it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, I don't do it. Do you wake up sort of from like at the hotel there, Mike, and kind of like have those moments of like where you're not scared, but you should be, but like you're kind of like, you know what I mean? Your body kind of goes frozen, you know?
Yeah, I've had some odd moments.
Yeah. Well, that's, I guess, why we're in the why we do it in a lot of ways, right? I mean, that's just you know, and of course, Robin, you know, no one's messing with you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, you know, and I think that when I go like to Ashmore Roads that they know I'm there to help work on the building. And so like, don't mess with him, because if you piss him off or scare him, he may not come back and do stuff. So they're just kind of like, yeah, just leave him alone. Let him do, you know, let him sleep, or let him do what he wants to do.
True. It's true. You take care of that place. Yeah. I mean, you know, plus you just, like who wants to mess with Robin except if you're Crystal Couch, right? Who wants to mess with Robin, you know? No.
Well, Crystal said that she likes staying, that your room's her favorite, and she stays in that room. And really? I don't think she's being honest. I don't think she stays in that room. I think she's just trying to stir it up.
Maybe. All right. Well, it is the Lindberg suite, you know. And look, you know, it's gonna come with a price.
Maybe she's gonna get one of those guys from Scottsdale or Scottsburg that are gonna come over and visit with her sometime.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Yeah, that place was gnarly.
I know Carl came over with me the one time there and stayed in the preacher's room, and then, like you said here, that something followed him down the stairs the next morning, and he said he heard stuff downstairs, if I remember right, and he thought we were already down there, up and going, and he walked down the stairs and thought there was somebody following him, and there was nobody down there, but just him.
Wow, pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
and
be a fun weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good times. It's been a while since we've all gotten a chance to hang out. You know, give Crystal a hard time. If we're all giving Crystal a hard time, that means we're all together.
Yep.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So there's that, Crystal. At least you know that you are bringing people together.
That's one way of looking at it, I suppose. So,
you know, you are bringing people together. And to anyone that's watching or will watch this, definitely come out and see us this weekend at the Rose Hotel, and there'll be a street fair. Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Who doesn't love a street fair? I mean, you have to be ridiculous not to love a good street fair. And also, the Rose Hotel was also the scene where Grant and I filmed our infamous karate video.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So there's always epicness that happens at the Rhodes Hotel. Yep. And I think this time will certainly not disappoint. And like I said, I'll be in that room, and Crystal, let's see, footsteps in the middle of the night. Oh, great. No, I'm telling you, you guys are all going to have fun watching me try to sleep. Try. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a long weekend. I'm going, we have 2 ghost hunts. I'm sleeping in your haunted hotel. Then I got a car event that I'm doing on that Sunday. I'm busy.
And then I tell you what,
all these car people are going to be like, what's off? You're off. You have, I call it the paranormal stink.
Well, we're gonna hit that one small car show up on Friday for a couple hours too.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Wow. So that'll be fun. There's probably they'll have anything between 2,000 to 4,000 cars in that area.
Yeah, I believe it.
If you're not familiar with it, it's over by James Dean Run. It's where the actor James Dean grew up, and they've got a memorial and everything right over there with him.
Oh, that's
too.
cool.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's great. He's a few minutes away.
Yeah, he's buried over that way and all too. So we may have to make a
definitely
quick slip by there. So Yep. So you can,
That's a good idea.
Kind of see that. Yeah.
I like that
all
plan.
the car stuff too.
Yeah,
I like
man.
the festival too. The festival will be fun. The festival will be good Saturday.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm even excited to hang out with my good friend Crystal and her friend.
Now, and the weather's supposed to be fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And if you know me or have been around, I love you guys very much, and of course, giving Crystal a hard time has become a pastime of ours, and it's because you guys are my family. So, anyone watching, you got to come hang out with us because we just love to hang out and have fun. And something always happens. I mean, I'm always confident that something will happen this weekend at the Rhodes Hotel.
Oh yeah, yep. I'm sure
there will be a couple stories. Something will happen to me in the middle of the night, so I should just get quiet time while I can in a normal hotel room.
Sean said you need your Jetta.
The Jetta, yes. Well, the Jetta actually will be in Denver, and then I go to Denver. Let's see, the weekend. No, yes, I'll be going to Denver from you guys, and that's where the Jetta will be. Actually, the Hero Jetta, one of the Hero Jettas, actually.
That's awesome.
Anybody listening to this in Denver, I'll be in Denver next weekend. After this weekend at the Rhodes.
Well, you'll be there Sunday.
In Denver. What's that?
Yeah, Sunday.
You're gonna be in Denver this Sunday.
Yes, I'll be in Denver this Sunday. So Denver. Denver this Sunday, and then Boston next. I was in Boston next week. Yeah, so I'm all over the place. That is why I forgot the first hour of this broadcast. But you know what? It worked out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it worked out good because Murch wasn't able to get on, and Murch is in Cabo, and he said the internet went out in Cabo where he's at, and he said they took the golf cart and went around about 3 different places trying to get on the internet and couldn't get on.
So, damn. I mean, that's commitment too.
Yeah.
Like, trying to find that sucks.
Can you hear me now?
That's the worst. And I understand, I happen to be just in a central location at the moment, but when you don't have a good connection, it's infuriating. It always happens when you need it, when you have a scheduled broadcast or interview or something. It's maddening.
Yep.
So
they got you busy there on location mostly during the days, or?
Yeah, no, luckily I'm not working all the time, So right now I'm literally just kind of cruising around Southern California. I'm bouncing around, and then every weekend I'm traveling every weekend for the next I have been for a few months with car shows, paranormal. Like I said, this will be the first paranormal. And I'm so happy it's with you guys. Oh, we lost Robin. He ducked out. Robin said, "To hell with this." Now he's back. Now he's back.
My headphones went out on me or something like that. They were doing that earlier. They're still doing it. So
you just went completely off screen that time, though.
Yeah, he was I can't.
I took myself off. I was going to get a set of headphones, and they popped back on. So I don't know what's going on.
I understand. It could have been paranormal. It could have been. I'll tell you who it was. I'll tell you, it was Crystal and her attachments that are messing with this. So to set this in stone, okay, to validate, I am saying that she has officially two attachments, okay, and we'll get the spirits to validate that too.
Yep, it's probably even a little bit more than that. Maybe
they've had
babies or something. So
yeah.
I think so. It's going to be at least 5 or 6 by the time I'm done this weekend. But because it's been too long, so I'm I'm coming in pretty I'm going to lay it on. Be ready for it, everybody. Just be ready. That's it. Just be ready.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully a few people will pick up some tickets on Friday night, especially. And we'll get a few more people over there, and it's going to be, we're only doing 15 a night, so it's going to be a small crowd.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Not that I don't enjoy hosting a lot of people, but like that's special.
Yeah, you get to spend a lot more time.
Absolutely, and if something happens, it's like, oh, it's more significant.
Yeah.
What did you say, Mike?
Oh, I just said it'd be a really good time. It'd be a fun time this weekend. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will be for sure. Absolutely. Oh yeah.
So you had some other paranormal events going on this year or not?
This one, and then I'm doing the Old South Pittsburgh. No. That just rolled off my tongue. The Old Park Hotel in Texas. In November 13th. So I'm easing my way back into paranormal events, and I think we all are. After taking so much time off, and
yeah.
You know what I mean? And sort of like feeling all this out. And, but I'm excited. I miss it. And it's definitely a part of who I am. And I know a part of you guys, who you are. And, especially, Crystal, all she is, you know what I mean? It's just paranormal, it's just like, a lot going on, but,
we may have to hang her on a rope like a crystal and just let it,
the crystal.
She can be her own pendulum.
Is she still in here? She's been quiet for a few minutes. Is she still here?
She probably fell asleep.
She's fuming. She's fuming. She's too angry to talk or to type.
Oh, she's here. She's here.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were about to order some pizza without you.
Yeah.
I think I had something else to do this weekend. Then hey, I mean, Crystal, just don't bring, who's.
Her attachments can catch up with her regardless where she's at, right?
Yeah, I think so. But Crystal, you do have the advantage that the Rose Hotel quite well. I'm still, I have a suite there, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be messed with. And I think your attachments could tell the spirits in the building to have their way. I just know that that'll happen.
Yeah, we have new windows in there and all now too. So, there's an easier way to, so it'll be a little bit nicer.
Is it going to be 1,000,000 degrees over there?
No, actually the weather's going to be nice.
Thank God.
It's been really hot, but it's not supposed to be. I'm going to look it up again here now. And it's supposed to be, it's going to be a high of 70 on Friday, a high of 68 on Saturday, and lows 50 to 55 during the night.
Yeah, it's going to be nice weather.
Yeah, that sounds good, because it seems like everywhere these days it's just hot as hell, and I'm over it. I'm over the heat, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right. It's just so annoying all the time. So this will be a relief, because I've been doing a lot of these events outside, and I'm burnt from the slide. Yeah, it's just craziness. So any of the ghost hunts are at night too, but sometimes they can be really hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes. That place gets warm.
Yeah.
Well, before you couldn't open the windows up. Yeah, there's no way to open windows. So at least now you can open windows.
Yep. Yeah, it's so much nicer now. Be able to open the windows up, and
Yeah.
It's probably pretty warm where you're at right now too, isn't it?
It's like 100 today. It's stupid. I tell you what, man. St. Louis was no better. It was really hot there. Just this last weekend, I think I got heat stroke. I think I was hot. Oh, I was so miserable. I mean, everybody, this is happening. I feel like, it's not slowing. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter every year. Am I wrong? I don't think so.
Yep, it definitely feels like it for sure.
oh yeah, what's gonna happen to us? We're just gonna it's just gonna like Terminator to us at some point, just like, that scene where everybody's like, he has that vision, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone just like fries.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I might be being like a bit dramatic, but you never know.
Yeah, I've got to ask because and a lot of people probably saw it, but you did that one commercial just recently. That was crazy. That was so fun.
Oh, with the chicken?
Yeah, I think that's.
Yes. And then Marie, I'm gonna answer your question. There is an extra charge to meet Crystal's attachment Saturday night. No, there's no extra charge. No extra charge. In fact, Friday night, Saturday night, come whenever, they'll be there. They will be there. And they love taking photos with people. So, and I will make sure of it, by the way, that Crystal's attachments do appear in selfies because they're working too, And then what did you say? What? Because I got distracted on Crystal's attachments.
Oh, she was wanting to know if there's any extra charge for him, but
no, Robin, what did you say before that?
Oh, I was talking about the commercial that you did.
Yes. Thank you. I knew it was on. Yeah. So, yeah. If I see something about Crystal's attachments, I just will automatically just be like, we have to address this before we can move on. So yeah, the Returning to Work series on it's a thing called ClickUp. And, they do a lot of like office stuff. We do your office work. It's called ClickUp, and they're a big company. And they did this series called Returning to Work about the protocols, kind of like an office style show, but for commercials. And it's about the COVID protocols, going back to work. What do we do as far as like anything, and kind of making it funny and cute. And I play the sort of the hapless, go-lucky boss. And in one of the scenes, I bring finger foods to the workplace. Obviously, this is not the time to be sharing finger foods with people. And but my character is completely oblivious to it, and so I had to take this chicken and eat it, and it was real chicken wings and stuff, but it's set chicken wings, so it had been around for a while. It's glistening. It's got a lot of extra sauce on it that doesn't need to be there. Like, it's obnoxious, right? So I told the guys when we're about to do it, I'm like, I had a spit bucket. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm like, I'm going to gag on this. And it was one of the grossest things I've ever done. And I went for it, man. I did things with that chicken that nobody should do with a chicken wing. And then I, I rubbed it on my face, a little homage to Billy Madison there. It came out good. It's really funny if people want to check it out. It's on, I posted it on my Instagram, where you can go check it up on, you can look at it on ClickUp on Instagram. But the chicken, man, that was nasty.
How did everybody keep a straight face while that whole thing
was
going on?
They were mortified. They were mortified. I've never seen so many crew and other actors on the other side of the camera like gagging and like sort of like turning to like, because they couldn't watch it because it was so disgusting. And when I'm acting, like when I yell action, like I sort of forget who I am, what's going on, and I go for something and then I regret it later. So that was a lot. Yeah. And then I just started like gagging, and of course like having to like throw up in the bucket, and I'd go over, wash off my hands, and then like have to do it again. So we got it in a few takes, because I'm like, I don't have a lot. Like, we have to get this as much as covered as we can in one, because this is nasty. But it worked out, and it was hilarious, and it's quite funny. So yeah.
Karen asked kind of a comment there, but I was going to ask this along that same line. How many shirts did they have for you for that
Just the one.
that take? Oh,
just
wow.
the one. Yeah, just the one actually, because and they had a lot of like versions of that I got to choose from, but that was the most obnoxious shirt. And well, I think the owner actually wears like these kinds of shirts. He's just a very vibrant guy, and so that's kind of where they got the character from. And yeah, so I had a lot of spilled on my shirt, and chicken wing stains. Oh my God. And it's been a while since I love chicken wings. Don't get me wrong. I love good chicken wings. But that I had to give me a moment on that one. Very disgusting. Very, very, very disgusting. And they did a wonderful job at showcasing that disgustingness.
Yeah, we'll have to get I'll have to get a link and put it in our the feed when we're done and everything,
Yeah.
so you can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's hilarious. I mean, I just cracked up
great.
all day watching that a couple times. So yeah, it was funny.
That's great.
I appreciate that. No, it came out well. You know, I'm known for a lot of more dramatic stuff, and this was just kind of like fun. And one of my buddies directed it. And so people definitely check it out. ClickUp's the brand.
So yeah, that was great. I love it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been fun hanging with you guys and BSing for a few hours or an hour. Oh, yeah. Actually, not a few hours. You guys have been talking for a couple hours.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, we had a good time with it, but
it's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, I am curious. Do you guys get a lot of feedback when Crystal comments on something, or like as far as like the things start to like?
She's probably commented more tonight than she ever has.
Good. I really push her buttons, and it's quite enjoyable.
And the attachments back there talking to her too, saying
she's got a busy room. Yeah, I don't. Let's see.
She's up with that shirt. Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Appreciate that. Are you sure you didn't? Let's see here. That didn't make you gag? Oh, it did. I gagged. I gagged big time. It was bad. Yeah.
See, Crystal wasn't even on last week. I guess she showed up for you.
I appreciate it. There's a deep love that obviously her and I have, and I like to give people a hard time, but man, nothing compares to Crystal Couch.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah. So. Robin and I do share this similar passion.
You do.
And Mike, you'd like to join in, but as your like her brother, like that's I
just kind of pop in time to time.
Totally. But yeah, like Robin and I really go in, and man, your attachments are gonna have a busy weekend. I'm really gonna keep them busy too. You know,
I mean, it'll be a nonstop 48 hours, 72 hours of torment. So.
Yeah.
God, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep, because she's coming up. I think she'll be there. Well, she'll be there Friday. I don't think she's coming up Thursday, but she might be. I'm not sure what she.
I think she's going to be here Thursday.
Is she?
I think she'll be here Thursday. I believe. Yeah.
Thursday. So I'm staying in a haunted hotel for 3 nights.
Yep.
Man, this is sweet revenge for Crystal. I'm not gonna sleep. Oh man. All right. But this is the gig. This is what happens.
It'll be fun.
This is what happens.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. No, we're gonna have so much fun. Yeah, that place has always been good to me, and we've had so much fun there. Like a lot of good times, and that's what it's all about.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Me too.
That we should probably have to let you get going here pretty soon. Anyway, you're probably kind of worn out after the day. And,
Oh man, it's all good. I appreciate it. I thanks for. Hey, like I said, because I didn't see your text, and I've been like just running around. But then when I looked down, who got a hold of me? Crystal Couch, and the great Crystal Couch. I do thank you for that, and being there. And I thank you guys, man. This was a lot of fun, and I'm happy that we got a chance to connect, and that it just works out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a fun weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. Everybody go get a ticket, and gosh, I'll see you guys this weekend.
Yeah, soon, very soon.
Yep. Marie bought that ticket for Saturday night, so the attachments are gonna drug her in, so she'll be out there Saturday night. And,
this is at least her attachments have business sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
They're
poor Crystal. This will only get worse. You know what I mean? So, in the best way. So, thank you everybody for watching, and thanks for having me on, guys. I'm
thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, I'm glad this worked out. So
yeah, I'm sure we'll do a few live things from Rose this weekend at some point in time too.
Yes.
So,
definitely
out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'll do a lot of cool things, and then we'll get another something on tape, something captured this weekend, and maybe we won't. Yeah. Maybe we won't, but hopefully we will.
Hopefully so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You guys get some rest, and I'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah, you get some rest too.
I will.
Your mom, sister, and everybody our best. So
yes. I will. I love you. Love you guys. Love you, Crystal.
Everybody.
You guys.
We love you, buddy.
Watching. Love you guys, man. Seriously.
Yep. We love you. We'll see you soon, man. Safe travels coming here.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. I'm ready for it.
All righty.
Sounds good.
We will
see you guys soon.
You Thursday. All right. Thanks, Chad.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
Love you guys. Cheers.
Yep.
Love you, buddy. See you.
Okay. Well, at least Chad made it in as his usual, usual rare form.
Yeah. So it was good night. So it was fun. Good time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it will be, and it's gonna be fun this weekend too.
Yeah, definitely.
And at the same time, it'll be fun, but we're also doing it for a good cause. It's gonna help Lost Limbs Foundation out, and help some child down the road at some point in time. When that next one comes along, that you can help out, and also, so if anybody out there has or knows of any kids that need some help, make sure Mike knows, because he'll contact the family and find out what's going on and see what they can do. And
yes, we're actively looking for a kid.
And so it's and it doesn't have to be. I mean, the last one I think you did was an eye, and if I remember right,
there was gosh, I can't remember what the other one. There was another one in Florida that his leg was amputated. Yeah.
Yep. So, but it could be a leg, arm, an eye.
Yeah.
Just whatever. They
the eye was
help with.
Different. That was the first time with that situation.
So, but those things happen, and he needs help, and so that's what happened.
Yep.
That I think that's why everybody kind of jumps in and helps out as much as they can, with doing things. And of course, it's about 3 months away, but we'll be doing the annual the birthday deal, and this year got a real challenge this year, because this year is kind of one of those god awful ugly numbers that that you hate to look at. But I'll be 65 this year, so I'm thinking we got to raise at least $6,500 for the charity, and I'm not gonna be happy if we don't.
Sounds
so but so we need to do that. And so if anybody knows anybody out there that has like a location or tickets to locations or something like that, they want to donate to the cause, let us know. The nice thing now is we have a platform that we can do it. We can reach out more with this.
Yeah.
And so we'll be streaming it out here and doing things like that. We talk about it all and doing the drawings and everything. So so that's what we'll be doing. But so if you think about it, if you know any place that has a location that would like to donate, to Lost Limbs Foundation when we do the birthday deal, then we're going to do it, and we'll give it away. And we've given away a lot of great prizes, a lot of great things, and this will just be another year that we can do that. So we're going to, I think we're going to get out of here, and because it's been 2 hours since we've been on here. So
it has, yes, 2 hours.
That we will get merch rescheduled, and getting back on here.
Yep.
And
yes, and thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a fun night.
Yep. And if you don't have those tickets yet, you can do that. And let's see here. I think I've got. You can go to Rhodes Hotel, right there, the website, and pick those up, and get tickets for that for Friday night or Saturday night right there. And like Mike said earlier, next week we're gonna have Eric Werner from DidCon to be on here with us next week. It'll just be back to our usual 1 hour from 9 to 10. So looking forward to that. One other thing to mention too is that we got a YouTube channel set up now. We're LLF Radio, something I can remember. And, we've got the episodes out there that we're putting on there, but you can also find them on the Paranormal Chat Radio or Facebook page too.
Yep.
So other than that, I'm going to kind of end it with that video that we usually try to with let people know about the charity. And,
sounds good.
I will see you Thursday night.
Yes, I'll see you soon. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see everybody else maybe Friday or Saturday night. So take care, everybody. Have a safe weekend.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks again for watching.
Yep, thank you.
My name is Mike, and I'm the founder of the Lost Limbs Foundation. The Lost Limbs Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides assistance to amputee children in need of prosthetics. I started the charity after my own struggles after my leg being amputated just above the knee. Prosthetics cost thousands of dollars, and the average lifespan is 5 to 7 years on a prosthetic. Kids are constantly growing, so they'll go through multiple prosthetics throughout their life. This is the prosthetic leg that I use, and the cost was about $70,000. The Rhodes Hotel is in Atlanta, Indiana, and is owned and operated by the Lost Limbs Foundation. We are currently doing photo shoots, ghost hunts, and special events to help raise money for the charity. For more information, you can go to lostlimbsfoundation.org. With your help, we can help these kids one step at a time.